James Rees from Overtime Heroics Lethway here today. I'm with CEO of World Lethway Championships, Gerald. How's things doing today, Gerald? You all right?
Yeah. Hi, James. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, everything is really good here in World Heavyweight Championship, and we're looking forward to getting back to holding live shows.
Yeah, I think everyone's looking forward to that now. Get that bit of normality back. See the superstars you got at WLC back in the ring doing their business as well. What I'd like to start off with, if it's okay, tell us a bit about yourself, a bit about your background, what you did before WLC, where your love for martial arts came from, I suppose.
Yeah, been a huge fan of martial arts my whole life, and I never really had the chance to be involved in it as a kid. I never like trained karate or did any martial arts as a kid, but always loved watching it. And I've got great opportunities to work in the sports media industry for my whole career, and um, I've I've worked in one championship, and I've started training in all the various forms of martial art, and it's been a lifelong dream of mine, and it's a continuous journey.
Yeah, definitely. What was it that got you involved in with Lethway to start with? What in your opinion, makes Lethway different to any other martial arts, and why should people watch Lethway? What do you offer for the people that might not have seen it yet?
I think it's the purest form of striking in the world. So it's the best place for any martial art fan who wants to watch um, the best strikers compete. And there's just it's just the most exciting, most purest form of combat sports. The hardcore fans who love and follow this sport on a daily basis, they enjoy it every time. But also it appeals to the casual fan as well. Um, there isn't a whole like three-page rule set that you have to go through before you can understand the sport. If you turn it on and watch it on TV for the first time, it's simple enough to understand, straightforward, and it's always exciting.
Yeah, exciting for sure. Um, Talking about exciting, over the last few months, you've signed some exciting new fighters to WLC.
Yep.
Just to name a few, Toby Binden, Matthias Janssen, recently Nauzet Trillo, I believe you pronounce his
Yep.
name. Um, how much are you looking forward to seeing those guys competing in the Yabana?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, World Level Championship, we're just looking for the best athletes from all over the world to compete for us. And if you see a common theme among these guys, is that they're all aggressive fighters that always go for the knockout, and that's the kind of um, athlete that we want in World Level Championship. And they are some of the most accomplished athletes to ever compete in Leeway. So we're really excited to raise the level of the Leeway stars that we have, and yeah, I'm super excited. And once we can go back to having fights, these guys are. I'm super confident that these guys are going to put on a show.
Yeah, definitely. All very confident guys as well. I've had the pleasure of being able to interact with some of them, and they're more than confident in their own ability to come in and make a statement. Um, None more so, I suppose, than a few weeks back, Toby Binden from England and, of course, ex-champion Artur Saladiak had a bit of a back and forth on social media. Nothing too nasty, all fairly respectful. For
Yeah.
putting their own case on why they would win. Um, how does things like that work for you as CEO at WLC? Does it make your life easier? Does it complicate things? Having fighters so ready to go out and fight each other?
No, we love to see the Leeway stars get excited about who they want to fight and competing in Leeway. So I mean, all of this is just um, great for us in terms of news and creating a whole. We want to really create a community of fighters, of fans, of anybody who is involved in this sport, of constantly talking about it. And I think that's how any organic movement in this current day and age have to grow from. It has to be a group of people who are really passionate about it and talk about it constantly. And we are seeing a groundswell of that for Leeway right now. And we have fighters that are super excited to compete for us, and I think that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all the fighters I follow myself, they all live and breathe Lethway. I mean, you look at their social media, and there's not many posts that isn't related in some way, shape, or form. So is there a pretty good opportunity that we're likely to see Bindon versus Saladiak in the near future then?
Yeah, I mean, light middleweight is one of our most stacked rosters, and I think there's a few different ways we can go around that. There's been talk of a Grand Prix of 8 athletes competing at light middleweight, and whoever wins gets a shot at the champion or becomes the champion. We're still discussing the feasibility of that, but yeah, for sure. I mean, put two of the best guys we have on our rosters together, and I'm sure it'll be a good fight. So yeah, I think that's a good likelihood that we'll do that fight.
Oh, that's great news. And really exciting. It brings me on to my next question, what you just touched upon with the Grand Prix rumours that was going around. I mean, when I heard this, I thought it was brilliant. This taking you back in the old days of martial arts. Can you give us any information on that at the moment? I know it's still very early days of planning, but what have you got for us at the moment that we know?
Yeah, I think what we'll do is start 8-man Grand Prix. I can't say for certain which division it will be. And we'll spread it out over our next, if things go back to normal, spread it out over our next 3-4 events and use that to crown new champions at new weight classes, and also give interesting storylines for some of the weight classes we already have champions at. So that's something that we're looking forward to. We'll definitely have the best of the best in terms of the guys on our roster, but we're also looking to add a couple more guys to round off the participants in the Grand Prix. Yeah, and we'll bring in people from all over the world, and it'll be a fun scrap.
Yeah, so there's a pretty good opportunity then that they might not just be the winner wins the tournament. They might also fight Sasha Moiser on the way to it if he was to be like middleweight then. So he could well be involved in the tournament as well.
Yeah, so everything is on the table right now. We haven't really made a decision yet. But yeah, light middleweight and welterweight and light welterweight are the 3 divisions that we're looking at and considering which one we want to start first.
Yeah, there's definitely some stacked divisions there. I mean, personally, for me, on a fans basis, I'd love to see the light middleweight. I mean, you've got 4 or 5 guys at least there that could really stake a claim for that belt. I'll finish off then. I won't take up too much of your time. You're obviously a busy man. We can't really come on here and talk about WLC and Lethway without talking about the king of Lethway himself, David Duke.
Yeah.
Can you just talk to us a bit about the guy? I mean, what it's like to have someone with such a reputation on your brand?
Yeah.
And what can we look forward to seeing from him in the future?
Yeah, Dave is the complete package. He's a great fighter, one of the best lightweight fighters in history, arguably the best ever. And he's great at promoting himself. He's brought us such visibility to the brand. And the reason he joined World Lightweight Championship is he wanted to test himself. He wanted us to find him the best of the best, and that's definitely what we're gonna do. You can expect to see him compete later this year. We don't have an opponent yet, so I'm still going to go out there and find the biggest names, the bigger stars, best fighters to compete. And a lot of them just don't want to fight with Dave. It's amazing how people are scared of him. But we're definitely going to continue searching, and I can guarantee you that it will be a blockbuster match. It'll probably be the biggest match of the year for Leeway.
Yeah, it would definitely be massive. I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that there was talks that he would probably be headlining the American card that you've got in. I think it's November 2021. Is that still a likelihood? Is he likely to fight before that, or is it just going to be put everything into that event?
Yeah, we announced the calendar and we had to move some of the overseas dates to next year. We lost a couple of months due to the pandemic. So everything is still going to happen. It's just some things might be a little bit behind schedule, but what we are gonna try to do is get Dave matched up sometime this year, and I have no idea where exactly it'll be, but he'll definitely headline the US show when that happens.
Oh, that's definitely some exciting times, and I look forward to seeing what you got lined up. Well, as I said before, you're a busy man. I appreciate the time you've given us this morning, Gerald. I hope everything goes well for you, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, mate.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and thanks for supporting Leeway.
Thank you very much, Gerald, and have a good day, mate.
You too.